You know what has always been weird to me? It's just like this subgroup, this subsection on YouTube with people who have videos like manifest your ex, um, draw attention to your special person, create this love spell to get someone obsessed with you. Like, are y'all fucking for real? Like, be so fucking for real. If somebody isn't naturally attracted to you, naturally drawn to you, you shouldn't have to do a love spell. You shouldn't be trying to fucking write 3, 6, 9 times a day in order to get this person to end up in your gravitational pull. Like, it's never that fucking serious, bro. And then we talking about exes? Like, what? I really believe there is a subsection. Well, it's many subsections, to be honest with you. I believe there is a lot of different places on YouTube that pander to both men and women who are desperate to get back with people who are rejecting them, desperate to get people to pay attention to them, just desperate, bro. And this shit is so, it's really like, damn, y'all really making a pretty little coin off of this. Y'all are really making a pretty coin off of people's hurt and desperation instead of telling them the truth. The truth is, baby, an ex is an ex for a reason. Leave that motherfucker, leave that bitch alone. Okay? Number 2, if someone wants you, they will make it known. Specifically to my ladies, you will never have to cross a room for a man who wants you. That nigga will part the fucking Red Sea to get to you. Even if he is motherfucking shy, do not second guess him. Do not second guess that. Even if you're dealing with somebody who's shy, like 9 times out of 10, all you got to do is give a look. You ain't got to say nothing. You ain't got to make a gesture. You ain't got to poke your ass out. You ain't got to show more titties. You ain't got to do a motherfucking thing, because you want this man to activate his assertiveness. And even if he is shy, to come up to you, because you're gonna need that to be in a relationship with him. Most times, women who attract shy men are usually the more assertive type or the aggressive type. And then when they get in a relationship with men like that, they get so fucking irritated, because it may seem cute at first, but in particular situations where you need a nigga to step up and he's just so, so recluse, you're not going to like that. Trust me. It's not going to be attracted to you, and you're going to resent him for acting that way. If he would act that way towards you when just approaching you, just imagine how he would act that way in particular kind of situations that called him to action to be more assertive. This is why it's mandatory I have an assertive man. Mandatory. I'm not talking aggressive. I'm talking assertive. A man who has boundaries, a man who is willing to stick up for himself, and a man who's first and foremost willing to stick up for me. The fuck? But there are so many content creators like online pushing this desperate ass shit. If you have to conjure up a love spell to get anybody to stay with you, get with you, you're going to have to reevaluate, like, okay, these is desperate times. They gotta be desperate times if you going to great lengths, because I promise you, somebody who is naturally obsessed with you, naturally attracted, you don't have to fucking do all of that. You ain't gotta go sprinkle no goddamn period blood and no goddamn spaghetti. You ain't gotta go tying his goddamn hair around no fucking voodoo doll. None of that shit. He is going to want you naturally. And if a motherfucker don't like you no more, want to be with you no more, let them go. It means that time that person has been in your life has ran its course. And now it's time for you to go on to discover what is next. And that could be a new venture. That could be a new person. That could be a new anything. Everybody is not meant to be in your life forever. Life is temporary. People are temporary. Even people who you are going to be with until they may pass over or, transition to the other side. You have to stop thinking that people belong to you. If you are in a space where you feel like you got to be conjuring up fucking spells and looking at fucking YouTube videos all day about who your special person is and all of this, tarot card shit, and get the fuck out of here. Get out of here. Please. If it's not natural, it ain't worth it. Beloved, trust you and me. You have reached a different side of desperate when you are watching these goddamn channels thinking like, oh my God, I can't wait to get my ex back. I need to get my ex back. I need to have their attention. No, the fuck you don't. You don't. Somebody close to you need to smack you in the motherfucking face and let you know, like, you are worth being with somebody who respects you and wants to be with you the first time. Who you don't need to fucking convince. Who you don't gotta show out for. And you know, there are some girls who exist. And I'm not even just talking about like, you know, just stunningly just beautiful women. You watch movies sometimes. You ever watch a movie sometimes and you see a girl, and she's just a regular girl. She's just a regular fucking girl. And you got this nigga who's fucking obsessed with her. That's what the fuck I'm talking about. Girl, all you gotta do is breathe and exist. All you gotta do is breathe and exist. Someone will be naturally attracted to you just for existing. Naturally obsessed with you just for existing. Because people like authenticity. They like people who are themselves. And that's very rare. So if you chilling, you relax, you quirky, you goofy, you whatever. You just in your element, minding your own motherfucking business. You ain't trying to impress nobody. You just doing your own thing. People are going to naturally gravitate towards that. Hone into that. Stop trying to figure out how to get a nigga back that don't want you no more. It's over, sis. Don't let a nigga try to tell you more than once that he don't want your ass. You gonna let him back in your life to make him play in your face twice? Come on. Trying to manifest all of these different kind of people. The reason why you're looking at these pages thinking that you need to manifest somebody, you need to conjure up all of this and you need to do all of that, is because you are not comfortable with yourself. When you finally become comfortable with yourself and you start living life, just regular life, not worried about who gonna come, who's doing this and who's doing that, and you just so obsessed with yourself, other people become obsessed with you. People like the self-centered women, the women who prioritize their self-care and their joy and their hobbies and all of these other kind of different things. And they're trying to figure out, how the fuck can I squeeze in and get me a little bit of time? Because this girl just got so much going on. She got a great and amazing life. I want to see how I can fit in it. That's intriguing. Trying to be up under a nigga heels and be in his goddamn skin 24/7, that shit might seem cute in the beginning to a nigga because he thinks like, oh my God, like she's stroking my ego. But just like I said with that nigga who was shy, he's going to get pissed off that you don't have a motherfucking life outside of him. And that you're so goddamn motherfucking clingy, you are codependent and don't know how to sit with yourself. The minute that he gets up and leaves to go anywhere, you're going to feel neglected and abandoned. And that's something else that you need to heal from your goddamn past. So please get it together. Stop watching these bogus ass motherfucking channels, because these people are feeding on your pain. They're feeding on your insecurity, and they're feeding on that fucking desperation. Check that shit. And quickly. I love y'all how I love y'all, and I'm going to talk to y'all later.